Hi, girls. This is not how we imagined your graduation from Yuwa school. We had big plans for caps and gowns, for a stage, for speeches, maybe a couples dance. The audience would have included all of your family members, your teachers from the past and the present, all the students from Yuwa school, and friends of Yuwa who are preparing to travel to Ranchi for the big day. It's terribly unfair and sad that you have not been able to celebrate your graduation together because of this pandemic. There are two things I want you to remember. Number one, we will have a celebration together someday, although we still don't know when that day will be. And number two, you are the first Yuwa School graduates. You did it. Just because we can't have a ceremony right now does not change that fact. So today, we want to congratulate you. You know how much I like Harry Potter. I've been trying to get you to read the books for about 8 years now. And I'd like to share a quote from Albus Dumbledore that reminds me of your class. It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. It is our choices, far more than our abilities, that show what we truly are. 6 out of 10 girls in Jharkhand drop out of school and become child brides. 6 out of 10. You've seen how child marriage robs girls of their futures, narrows their possibilities, and too often traps them into a cycle of abuse for the rest of their lives. I don't need to tell you how this happens, because you know. Each of you has faced this threat personally. So how did you escape this fate? Why are you here today? A graduate of Yuwa School, fluent in English, having classes over Zoom, applying to universities around the world. Class of 2020, you are where you are right now because of your choices. You chose to make this your life. You chose to stay on this difficult path again and again and again. Your abilities, your natural talents, your intelligence, your athleticism, these are all wonderful, but your talents are not what define you. Your choices have brought you to this place and laid a world of opportunity at your feet. When it was dark and cold before dawn, and no one was with you to walk to English tuition class or football practice, you chose to walk alone. You chose to walk alone in the dark every single morning. When your neighbors told your family that Yuwa was selling girls in Spain, you chose to stand up for your right to travel. You chose to speak up for yourself, even though you were young and it felt like no one was listening to you. You chose to drop back in school, back to 8th standard, so that you could receive a quality education. You chose to do this even though your past teachers, your past principal, your family, and your neighbors ridiculed you and tried to shame you for dropping back. You chose to study and do your homework, even when it was hard, even when the electricity went out at your house, even when your family members were loud and fighting or told you that you were wasting your time. You chose to study every single day. When younger students at Yuwa School asked you for help with their morning presentations or other projects, you chose to be kind and to help them. Maybe not every time, but more often than not, you chose to be kind. You chose to do this even though you were busy and stressed about your own work. When you made mistakes, because we all make mistakes, you chose to learn from those mistakes to become a better friend, a better student, a better teammate. You chose to be brave when you saw injustices and violence in your own homes. You chose to stand up for others, even when it meant putting yourself in danger. When you were in a school where no one else spoke your language, 12,650 kilometers away from your family and friends for nearly a year. You chose to make the most of every day, even when it was difficult. When your family threatened to arrange a marriage for you, you chose to defend yourself and your future. Even though the pressure was great and it felt like there was no other way out, you chose to stand up for yourself again and again and again. You chose to accept the responsibility of becoming your family's breadwinner. You could have dropped out of school because there wasn't enough time to study and earn money for your family to eat. Instead, you chose to do the impossible. You chose to get up before dawn and work twice as hard to stay in school. And now, with the coronavirus upending normal life and canceling parties and celebrations that were supposed to surround your graduation, you have chosen to stay the course and continue studying and apply to universities despite an uncertain future. Monica, Nita, Chanda, Kusum, Asha, Renu, M, Rinki, and Radha. We are so proud of you and all the choices you have made that have led you to this point. As you move ahead in your lives, eventually moving away from Yuwa, do not doubt yourselves because you think others might be smarter, faster, more talented, more privileged. Remember that it is your choices that define who you are, and look how far they have brought you already. Thank you for being the incredible role models that you are. The little girls in your villages already say, "Wow, see that girl? If she can do it, why can't I?" You are reshaping what girls in Jharkhand believe is possible for their futures. I also hope you know that you are not just role models for girls in your village or girls that you coach. While you may have learned many things from your Yuwa school teachers, you have also been teachers. I have learned so much from you. And now that I have a daughter of my own, I know I will tell her stories about you, about what it means to be a good person, and about what it means to go after your dreams. I will tell Leona to stay joyful like Monica, whose optimism can brighten even the darkest day. I will tell her to be determined like Nita, who refuses to give up on the football field or anywhere else. I will tell her to be sincere like Chanda, who takes pride in giving her best effort to everything she does. I will tell her to be bold like Radha, who brings passion to everything from dancing to writing. I will tell her to be courageous like Rinki, who chooses to do the right thing even when it's hard or unpopular. I will tell her to be resilient like Sunita M, who moves ahead without complaint, no matter how tough the circumstances. I will tell her to be outspoken like Kusum, who fearlessly speaks up on stage, in the classroom, and in her everyday life. I will tell her to be confident like Renu, whose steady and quiet belief in herself has enabled her to overcome obstacles. And I will tell her to be an advocate for others like Asha, who recognizes injustice and works to change it. You have inspired so many people already, including me. I hope that you continue to inspire each other. Congratulations, class of 2020. We are so proud of you, and I hope to see you again very soon. Jai Yuwa.